EVs are so great, they say. Once you've had one, you'll never go back, they say. They're the future, they say. Yeah, right. McKinsey research has revealed that nearly half of EV buyers in the United States want to go back to a regular internal combustion engine car. Half! And nearly a third globally. Good luck with that EV transition by 2035, folks. For those of you who follow my channel regularly, none of this will be surprising. EVs are expensive, heavy, impractical, boring, inconvenient, and a terrible return on investment. Oh, and they'll spy on you as well. Instead of being a net benefit to one's life like buying a regular car, EVs are a drain. They're selfish, demanding and difficult, insisting that everything you do is centered on them, like a spoiled toddler. Their ludicrous charging needs, the routes you can take, avoiding hills, the temperature, the wind, all things normal car drivers don't even have to think about. And guess what? After experiencing this petulant child of a car for any length of time, people just want out, and rightly so. Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer, now Sydney-based YouTuber. Be sure to follow me on the usual socials for more content, links in the description, and please make sure you're subscribed and have enabled all notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. The media are baffled, I tell you, that people are so ungrateful and aren't flocking to buy EVs like they're being forced to by our idiotic governments, as Auto News reports. More than 40% of US EV buyers want to go back to combustion engine cars, McKinsey study says. More than a quarter of EV owners globally are likely to return to a combustion engine vehicle for their next purchase, according to a McKinsey & Co survey. More than 4 in 10 owners of electric vehicles in the US are likely to buy a combustion engine car for their next purchase. That's the takeaway of a global McKinsey & Co consumer survey that, among other findings, concluded that charging concerns are hindering the transition to EVs. 29% of EV owners across the globe said they're likely to reverse course. That hit 46% in the US. Consumers globally said their top concern was the inadequacy of the public charging infrastructure. They also cited concerns with high cost of ownership and detrimental impact to long-distance trips. And here comes the best line in the entire thing. I didn't expect that, Philip Kampshoff, leader of the consulting firm Centre for Future Mobility, told Automotive News. I thought once an EV buyer, always an EV buyer. Nope, not at all. Unless you're one of the privileged few that can charge your EV off-street and has a second petrol or diesel car for when the going gets tough, EVs are horrible to live with. The consumer sentiments may go hand in hand with the slow rollout of a US-backed charging network. Only 8 stations are operational following the creation of the National Electric Vehicle Infrastructure Program 2 years ago. Only 23 states have started doling out the financing from the $5 billion federal program, according to EV adoption data through the end of May. Among existing stations, both public and private stations can be hard to find. Gas station options are displayed on road signage near interstate exits, while EV chargers remain far from public view. Part of availability is visibility, he said. You can't keep chargers hidden behind a Walmart. The US is not alone. Only 9% of global respondents felt the public charging build-out was sufficient for their needs. But it's a problem bound to grow in importance because the next generation of EV buyers will rely on public charging much more than the current one, Kampshoff said. And some of the other results are equally shocking. 21% of global respondents do not want to ever switch to an EV. Among those, 33% cited charging concerns. Charging concerns are exacerbated by range-related expectations. Consumers' minimum range expectations have grown to 291.4 miles today, oddly specific, from 270 miles in 2022. The range of in-market products has not grown as quickly, McKinsey said. Well, none of this will come as a shock to regular viewers of this channel. EVs can't hold a candle to regular cars for sheer practicality and convenience, and also in terms of value for money and return on investment. Not even close. So once again, we're seeing the collision between the fantasy of government EV mandates and the reality of public demand. And if anything, it won't get better with time. it will get worse.